You already know what it is. Here we go again. 27?
27.
My man Pete just said it. He's the guy. He's the go. What's going on with you, man?
Not much. I had to do a little drug test yesterday.
Yo, what you
Sweating
sniffing?
that one out.
What you sniffing? What you smoking, baby?
Hopefully.
Which ones did they have you try?
Wait, speaking of smoking, how you doing, Ryan? What's
Nah,
going on?
yeah, you know I'm always doing good.
What's going on?
Nothing.
How you been, man?
Busy.
Making
Just
on
working. I've been trying to get my little green thumb going on in my house too. That's killing me. So
Yeah, houses
Yeah.
are draining though. There's always something to do.
you're telling me.
It never, ever stops. But speaking of green, we got a new guy here. We got a guy over here.
My man.
What's going on?
50 grand.
What a transition.
LL, what you call yourself? LL Cool K?
LL Cool K.
LL Cool K is in the building.
Happy to be here.
What's going on, man? Tell me, let me hear something.
It's summertime almost. It's
Summer.
getting beautiful out. Basketball playoffs.
Nah, it's still cold.
No.
You don't think it's cold out?
No, it's on the verge.
Okay.
He's about to get shook. He's about to get shook on Friday with Cinco de Mayo.
So you think it's warm out?
It's on the verge.
Okay, so you're saying it's gonna
Life
get
is like
warm.
you can feel it coming back.
Can feel it in the air.
It feels good.
P,
Yeah.
what we talking about today? Come
Ooh,
on,
we
man.
got the NFL draft extravaganza. We're
Is
gonna
it
we're gonna be grading
extravaganza?
every team.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna break down every pick all the way down to the last Mr. Irrelevant. This is gonna be a 4-hour show. Buckle in.
I knew I should have taken that bang when you offered it to me.
And then the XFL draft after that, right?
XFL has their draft?
No, I don't even know how they do theirs actually.
I think they just pick names out of a hat.
I think guys just show up maybe and
They're in the
Yeah.
playoffs already. We're mock drafting next year's NFL.
Is there XFL fantasy? Do people do that?
It's probably
There's
yo,
gotta be.
It's gotta
Yeah,
be.
right?
If it's about money,
You can bet on it. There's gonna be a fantasy league.
There's no way that there's not.
Oh, you can bet on it.
if you could
Not
bet
that I
on
would
it,
know.
yeah, of course.
And we're gonna have to bring Ryan down a little bit and talk about the game last night, maybe.
You want to talk about?
We covered the Bruins yesterday, but
All right. So we got the show then. Will we draft an NBA?
Yes,
NBA
yes.
Is
draft.
that what we getting into?
Yes,
Yo,
yes.
your shirt is all of the Boston teams right now. Everybody's dead.
Wow.
Everybody's dead.
That is
that what
spot
it is?
on.
That's what it is.
Wow.
Philly
You're not-
fan with the dead Boston guys on his shirt.
Spot on.
Killing me.
Who's playing tonight? Knicks.
We got Knicks Heat at 8 or 7:30. Then
No
we
Jimmy
got
Butler.
LeBron and Steph Curry again.
I don't think I'm gonna make the LeBron one because I'm up there. But
I tried last night to watch the late game and I was battling. I'm tired.
all right,
It's late.
all right. So what we're gonna do, what we usually do, we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back.
hold
and
on.
put-
While we're taking a quick break, tell them to like, comment, subscribe.
Like,
Ring
share,
bells.
and subscribe. What he said, the man with the master plan. P.
All right, we back. We're talking NBA. Talking about the Warriors still sticking around.
That was
My
your pick.
my
That was your
championship pick,
That
yeah.
was your pick.
Warriors of the field holding strong still.
How you feeling about the Lakers and them tonight? How you feel about
Honestly,
them in general?
This round of the playoffs has me like the most hyped out of everybody playing. Like I
Great
love Jimmy. I love watching New York Knicks fans lose.
I do too.
Obviously, I'm pulling for the Celtics. I didn't know that Denver was built like that either. Like I haven't been watching them. I haven't been paying attention to them.
That's
like,
my squad. That's my squad.
Who?
Like
Nuggets?
Oh yeah, I'm from Denver.
Oh yeah, I forgot you. Yeah, okay.
they're built like they have a deep bench. Like I enjoy a lot of the guys on that team. I enjoy what I've seen so far. Obviously, I want to see. I thought it was gonna be Durant versus the Warriors. You know what I mean? I figured that would be it, but
But it's not looking like that.
I don't know. I love what I'm seeing from. I don't even know how to say his name the right way. Jocic, is that how you say it? Jokic, the
Jokic.
Joker. Do we just call him the Joker?
Jokic.
So, I don't know. And if what you want to talk about Boston and them, they can't even beat Philly when they don't have
Embiid.
Embiid. Reigning MVP just got announced right now.
Wait, before we go, somebody had a little something to say about the MVP. Go ahead.
Oh, it should be Jokic.
Why? Why?
If you watch Jokic, it's like nothing anybody's doing out there right now. It's so different. It's so important.
Did
to
he
their
win it?
team.
He won it the last 2 years, right?
Yeah,
So
and
you're
that's the
gonna
only
give it
reason.
to him 3?
Hey, just because you won it 2 doesn't mean you shouldn't get it the third time.
So you think he had a better season than Embiid?
Yeah, I think he makes everybody around him better. I think you can tell by his usage numbers when he's on and off the court.
Okay.
I couldn't hit you with what Embiid's are, but I know
So
Jokic's
far,
is.
Philly hasn't needed Embiid so far in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll
true.
give you that. But this, how can I explain it? You don't want to keep giving it to the same dude. You just,
Yeah.
it's just out of, I don't know if that makes any sense, but
So is this like a pity MVP? Right
no, I
now?
don't
No,
think
but
so.
if all the numbers are close to being
If the
equal,
numbers are close, you give it to the new guy.
I
No?
just
You don't
feel like
agree with that?
It's like in baseball how there's only you have to be so good to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a three time in a row MVP award winner. Like
Yeah.
that's like
you gotta be
that's
you
something
gotta
on
be-
your resume,
You gotta
you
be
know,
above
like-
everybody else.
Yeah,
Clearly.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
think-
You have to be. That's exactly. You have to be. Up
I think
here.
there's only
if it's close.
I think there's only like a few people who have even won 3 MVPs in
Yeah, if
general.
it's
Like
close.
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Moses Malone,
MJ, right? MJ,
Jordan.
MJ.
Karl Malone, Tim
MJ
Duncan,
has to
Steve
have.
Nash, Steph Curry, but none of them are all. Oh,
If it's
the
close,
list,
you
the
gotta
list,
give it to
the
the new
list that
guy.
I just read all only won it twice.
Yeah.
So
But you know what's interesting, and I was saying this about the NBA playoffs, is
Go ahead.
that you get to see different teams. If you're not in a Denver area, you're not seeing Nuggets games like that, so you don't get to see how special Jokic
Okay,
is.
I'll give you that. I'll give
And
you that all
love,
day.
like he was
I'll give you
saying,
that.
yeah, I love the playoffs. You get to see.
But it's not
these
like
players.
I see Philly games up here. I don't see Philly games.
I think they get more coverage than the Nuggets probably,
Well,
even in this area.
and you just said you were going to bed. You weren't going to stay up to watch a late game.
no, I'm saying you.
So you're not going to be watching Denver games. You're going to be
That's what I'm
seeing
saying.
more.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying you wouldn't see. He's saying it like they play Philly games up here. They don't. They don't play like. You know what I mean? Unless
yeah.
they're playing
Yeah.
a Boston team.
I mean, I'm so used to watching Boston on whatever 56 or whatever it is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I can't remember the last time I watched a national
Yeah.
broadcast. Like I don't even know what are they on?
Yoke,
ABC?
don't get it messed up. Yoke is the guy. But my philosophy, if it's close and he already won 2,
I just looked it up.
You
You
gotta
know,
give
you
it
know
to
what
him.
the complete list is of 3 consecutive MVP award winners?
Who?
Larry Bird.
That's it.
boom.
Wow.
That's it.
Coming from a Boston fan, he loves it. Needs it.
I didn't even know that fact. I had to look it up.
Had it on deck
So
ready.
Bird's the guy.
Well, Embiid did get 73 out of 100 possible first place votes.
Wow.
So it wasn't close, and he was a runner-up last 2 years.
It wasn't even close.
Austin Reeves came in second place.
Okay. Okay. So let's jump back into the game, though. What you think happened? Did you see any of it? Did you see anything?
Yeah. I mean, I was working while it was
I
going on,
called
but
P. Remember I said, Maxie, I said, they got some dudes on Philly, man. You know what I mean? And it ended on like a weird play. Like Maxie stole the ball and like laid it in, and then they were saying that there should have been a shot clock violation, something weird like that. But from what I'm seeing, they said it was simultaneously with the shot clock ending, so the play just continued. Because I think everybody just stopped.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they thought it was a violation. You know what I mean? So
But do you want to hear something wild too? And this is about last night's game. If you look up teams that are missing their superstar, you would think they're all losing, and they're not. They're all winning. It's like an anomaly. When a team is missing their superstar, they fly. They do.
Who?
Not for
What
extended
team?
not for extended amounts of time. Like if
I
you're
don't know
missing-
about
Yeah, I
that.
could
Look up some
see
of the numbers.
that.
Nah,
he
Milwaukee
did his
got-
homework. He's telling you.
No, Milwaukee lost.
Extended amount of time.
Yeah, he's talking about that one game anomaly.
One game because
Okay,
you had
so
your
I'll
whole
even
game
say-
plan.
I'll
We'll,
say-
we'll transition into Jimmy Butler
I'll say
against
the Heat will lose tonight.
Yeah, like he's not
Facts.
playing tonight, so
You don't think so?
It's a different makeup.
yeah. I
and
feel like
for
Jimmy
the
Butler's
record-
more of the guy. Like you still lost to James Harden at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you
still
know,
got
like
Harden.
I'll
it's
give
not
that.
like you lost
He
to a
went-
superstar
yeah.
less team.
He
like
went bananas too.
yeah,
He normally doesn't do that
Because
either.
if you're coaching for the 76ers, your whole sessions are about Embiid, how to stop him. He's gone. All that work you've done for the whatever is done. Now you have to completely change your whole game plan. So
But they knew Embiid wasn't playing on Friday. Doc
Yeah.
wasn't. Doc doesn't play that Belichick thing.
Yeah, but how
if he
often-
says he's not playing,
When you look at film, how often is Embiid not in there? You know what I mean? You're using all your film, you're using all your knowledge on the team.
I can't rock with
and then,
y'all
and then you
on
get
that.
then you get a Harden that just
I can't. You
runs around
gotta be.
shooting.
You gotta be ready.
You gotta win that game.
You gotta win that
They
game.
shouldn't have. They should
And this is a
have.
Boston guy saying
Yeah,
it.
that's like
Dude, that's not an
an
excuse.
indictment on your makeup. You
And
know
they
what I
were
mean? It's
beating-
like
they were
you're ready
beating
to
them.
lose to the Florida Panthers in the first round.
What-
You know what I mean? You're primed.
Don't do that.
Primed.
Uh-oh. It's coming back.
Yeah.
The PTSD.
Yeah.
Starting to
You got
shake.
Java.
are the Celtics kind of funny though? There's something off about them. I don't know what. They have everything, but I said to you, and I don't want to repeat it on air, but I said they were posers. There's something about
No,
them.
don't do that.
It's not right.
You can say it.
They're posers.
I think it might be the coach.
I mean, yeah.
I'm
You know
telling
what my take on that?
Go ahead.
The biggest mistake that they made around the time that they went and got Kyrie, Jimmy Butler was available too. If you brought a guy like Jimmy into your locker room
Wow.
to bring up Jalen and you know what I mean, like
Is he coming here though?
no, I don't know if you would have traded for him.
He
That's
doesn't
that's
wanna- he
besides the
doesn't wanna
point. That's
come here.
all I'm saying is they don't have some veteran leadership in the locker room. Like Tatum was learning from Kobe, he was hanging out with him, and then he passed, and now who's like the OG that's showing them how to
But
do
they're
anything?
getting
Udoka.
The only guy on the team. Maybe that was. Whoa. Let's hope they're not following in his footsteps.
Udoka was the guy.
But at this point,
No,
how
you
many
guys
years?
don't want to say that.
How many years has
That's
Tatum
great.
been in the league now? He's the veteran. He's been to the playoffs. He's been
Yeah.
to the
Smart-
he's
Smart
been to the
should be the guy.
championship.
Marcus
None of them
Smart
are
should be the guy.
I love when I look at the numbers and Marcus Smart had a great game. I can automatically look and I know they won. It's like
Marcus Smart should be the guy. He is the guy.
I think he is. They're more of a band of brothers. I feel like than any other team. You know what I mean? Between Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they all stick up for each other. They all have
Well,
each other's back.
here's
Like
what I'm
when it
gonna
comes
say.
to like the
Go
trade
ahead.
deadline, everybody's like, I want my guys together. Like
When Smart takes a bad three at the end of the game, they don't say anything.
yeah,
They don't say anything
they
to
don't. They never throw him on. And it wasn't he the one that like threw a locker room tantrum or called a players only meeting during the run to the finals.
Yeah, he did.
So
I love the confusion because that just means Philly's gonna win, baby.
No, don't smile too much.
when is
don't
Embiid?
smile too much.
When's Embiid due back?
They don't. Your
don't.
boy. Their boy.
Release it up.
I think after the win, Doc was like really now I'm really relaxed.
Oh, they won't play him. They won't
Yeah.
play him game 2 for sure. Even
Yeah.
if he's
Doc
ready,
was
he's
like,
sitting.
take it easy
Yeah, give him
now.
a couple more days
Wow.
because you'll have the travel day, right?
Yeah.
So
When are they? Saturday? Game 2? Saturday?
No, it won't be Saturday. It'll probably be tomorrow.
I think there's a
No.
little gap.
no,
They
there's-
give them
they
so
gotta
many
travel.
days
they gotta,
off.
They got at least got to be one
Because
travel
Nuggets
day.
isn't again until
game-
Sunday.
No, 1 and 2 are in the same place.
Yeah,
That's where you're getting confused.
and
so
then the
they
next
don't
game.
gotta
We're talking about the
travel
next.
nowhere.
We're talking about the next
Yeah.
game after that.
The third game might
Yeah.
be Saturday
Yeah,
or Sunday.
yeah, okay.
The third game will probably be Sunday. If I had to guess, they're gonna play tomorrow night.
they're playing tomorrow.
Cinco de Mayo.
No, tomorrow's not
Game
Cinco.
3. Cinco de Mayo.
It's Friday.
Game. All right, so tomorrow at 8.
Tomorrow's
then,
Wednesday.
Then we got May 5th, Cinco de Mayo at
Okay.
7:30.
Ooh, so that's game 3.
That's in Philly,
Ooh.
and then the 7th. It seems like they're a little bit faster on the schedule this time around.
Who you got in that series? I know
The
you're a Nuggets
76ers
guy.
Celtics
Yeah.
series? It's tough. I would love to say I think Boston, because if Boston doesn't come out of the East, I think the West is gonna just destroy maybe a 4-1 series on the East. If Celtics come out, maybe it's a series West still probably wins.
Yeah.
But boy, I don't know.
So you're just leaving it as you don't know.
I'm gonna say 76ers win the series in 6.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
of course he
I like
does.
that.
In 6.
Who you got? Who you got? You already said, right? Not who you want. Who you got? If you was a betting man, who you betting?
I don't know. I don't believe in either franchise right now. Wow. Like I don't like. I'm still waiting for James Harden to do his thing with his solo act. Like, what's the best that he's ever done? Like a Western Conference Finals appearance with the
You're saying
Rockets or something?
overall,
Like,
yeah, all right.
Yeah, so
he's never been. I don't even
and-
think he's ever been this far.
and beat. Yeah, he has.
He has?
His Rockets teams went to like a
Harden?
Western Conference
yeah.
Finals.
They went to a finals.
No, they don't have
no,
to
like a
finals.
No.
Western Conference Finals.
So this is the furthest, one of the furthest.
No, because
No.
you still have another round after this.
This.
And he's made it to the.
The next round is the finals, right?
No,
No.
it's a conference finals.
Oh yeah, wow.
Next round is a conference finals.
So they're gonna, yeah.
He's
wow.
been that far.
Can you imagine if Boston loses game 2? If they do, they go to Philly on a game 3, and Embiid comes back.
I can imagine that.
And I can see Boston winning. I can
It
see
looks
Boston
beautiful.
winning that
Good
game.
imagination.
It
yeah.
looks beautiful.
And I can see Boston winning that game because it makes no sense.
Isn't that funny?
And maybe
It's so true.
Boston can. Embiid tends to choke against the Celtics, so
not
get your
MVP.
wins while you can. Well, he's not in the
Nah,
lineup.
yo, stop that blasphemy.
I don't know,
Jokic
man.
was
Maybe
there.
They're a different team too with Harden. Like you're just playing that that Harden ball, you know.
You got to remember, this was
If
a
you put
Simmons,
Embiid
Simmons
back in
guy,
now-
right or
Nah,
die.
don't do that. Don't do.
You were
Don't
That
Is
was
he
your
still
boy.
in the league?
Don't do. Yeah, he is.
Benny.
He's still on the
That's
Nets.
my boy Benny.
He's still on the Nets.
Just making sure you could still wear
Ben
your Ben
Simmons?
Simmons
They gotta
jersey
pay-
with pride.
What happened to him? It's
He's got
so
the alternate
crazy.
ones and everything.
You guys really hurt
right
him.
here.
Hurt his feelings.
Right here. It's the Philly curse.
It's
Markel Fultz.
I was just gonna bring him up. You forgot how to shoot.
Noel. They were all part of that process type thing, and they all ended up either injured or mentally jacked up or something. It was like a curse, man. It's weird. But
if you don't win this year, is there no longer trust in the process? Is there still? Are you like in the midst of that still?
they just always keep using that with Philly. So, like after AI, it was just a process. I don't know.
Yeah.
How long is that?
I don't know. I think it's over. They were tanking for a while.
That's what
now
I'm
you
saying.
got Harden and Embiid now. Like
I don't know. I don't know where you go from here. If they don't get to the finals, you start thinking about what? Trading dudes, getting rid of dudes. I don't know.
I don't know
They
what
don't
anybody's,
get no
I
better
don't know what
than this.
anybody's contracts look like.
It doesn't get any. I don't know
Well,
what
how
else
long's
you're gonna
Doc?
do.
How long's
Yeah.
Doc been there? You got to give him a little more.
2, 3
Doc-
years?
Yeah.
3 years?
This will
is
go.
Doc's
This
first
will go.
season,
If
isn't it?
they don't win too, this will be like another part on that resume about Doc Rivers that we talked about. Like, look
Yeah.
at these rosters that he's had, and he's only been able to get through one
Man,
time.
him and Chris Paul, they just can't get there. It's
Okay, speaking of that, what did you take away from your game?
Oh,
We're
I-
over
I-
here talking about.
I think the Nuggets look very good, and Jokic gets wide open looks from the 3, and he's very, very good.
he runs like the whole floor.
He can't jump over a dime either. It's crazy.
But
That
he
three,
runs
that
the
three
floor.
that he
He
takes
does.
is crazy.
It is wild.
It's wild looking.
Who are you?
Bro, I'm telling you, Jokic over 0.5 threes is like this secret bet too. If anybody out there dabbles in the black arts.
I forgot. This is a guy. This is a gambling guy.
Yeah,
over here.
but Chris Paul, what's going on with him right now? I know he left, but
He got
Yeah, he
hurt or
left.
something last night.
game 2 is he?
He's a bust, man. He's
Yeah.
gonna be one of those dudes.
They don't have any bench. You can't win with just a starting lineup. You can't do it in the NBA. Not in playoffs. Wow. 45
Is
minutes.
Jay Crowder still on that team? Or did they they threw him away to the Bucks? Have him too, right? Like
I saw
yeah.
him somewhere.
I
can't
liked
think of the
Jay
team off the top
Crowder.
of
That's
my
what
head.
I'm saying. Like they got rid of him for nothing just because he wasn't getting along or something. He would have been an asset to them right now. I always liked him.
Yeah, me too.
At the end of the season, Phoenix did scare me a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, they look dangerous. But now,
I'll tell you who's
they're
dangerous.
handling them. Like,
Hey.
straight handling them.
You not only have
Handling
you
them.
have such an advantage just from altitude level. People don't understand that. When you go to Denver, you're 45 minutes. That's hard. You're running. You're no oxygen level. These Nuggets got. That's why
You think that's factoring into these games?
100%. Yeah.
No.
That's why they.
Really?
That's why they kill.
You think
for-
that much of them an
Yeah,
advantage?
they kill for the home seed. It's the biggest advantage in sports, I think. Home field advantage in Colorado.
Because of the altitude.
Yep.
I mean, they say the same thing when you play in Mexico City, and
I
that's like
can't,
a high
I
altitude.
can't rock with you on that because the
Look at home
Broncos
run.
were awful last year.
Yeah.
They had the altitude advantage. I don't care. People were still going in there.
We're talking about the Nuggets, okay? We're not
People
talking
were
about
still
the
going in
Broncos.
there and
Yeah.
whooping them.
But look at
No,
home,
but you're
look at
outside
home-
playing
Dude, some
football.
guy-
You're inside
Some
playing
guy
basketball.
almost died in football playing in Denver. He had like sickle. Some guy for the Steelers.
Yeah, because he had like another
Well, I'm
condition.
just telling you, like,
Yeah.
look
Look
at what
home run
altitude will do.
numbers at Coors Field. Look at home run numbers. They lead the majors, not because they have a smallest field.
He is
Do you think that do you think the NFL thinks that that's an advantage?
Let me call
That is an advantage.
I'm gonna call my aunt up right now who
it's
visited me
science.
and passed
You
out.
think I'm saying so. It's the same for both of us, though.
Yeah, but
Only
I'm-
argument you'll have is maybe that they've been there a little longer.
The
They
players
train all
train
year
and
there.
playing it, so you get used to it.
So what happens when they come down from that altitude? Then
They have better oxygenation level. Their metabolic levels are better because they
okay,
can turn
you
oxygen.
educated me. All right.
You know,
Okay, so you're saying that when they come down to the regular Earth with everybody
better
else,
endurance.
they're super duper now.
yep.
It didn't pay off for the Broncos.
I know. We're
It's
not talking about the Broncos.
There's talent involved too.
I mean, there's a level of talent.
You're proving my point. You guys, I don't know. I can't rock with y'all.
Maybe
on
the
that.
telling
maybe
you.
the altitude affected their brain power to trade all their draft picks away for a washed-up quarterback. But
And then we have one pick left. We traded for a coach.
Yes.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I had never heard of a coach getting traded
Bro,
for a
trust the
first-round pick.
process.
Yeah,
Yo,
that
you gotta
has,
trust
that's
that
That's
process.
Denver's new slogan.
We're gonna get into
From Philly to
football.
Denver.
We're gonna get into football, but
Oh, but the most dangerous team right now, the Warriors.
you think so?
God, you and me were talking about it the other day.
I
You
agree
said it
with you.
perfectly. When they get their little, they're hard to beat.
And you're upset with that.
I am so tired of them.
Express how you feel.
I'm tired of them. I was tired of the Patriots. Dynasties aren't fun unless you're unless they're
That
your
team,
team.
yeah.
Yeah.
especially that long.
I love it.
Gee, I wonder why.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like,
Because Golden State underwear on right now.
yeah, I had to take my Tampa ones off.
Yo. But you're not a Warriors guy, are you?
I wasn't, but it's like I appreciate what they're doing. Like, I'm
You're
not.
a Boston guy.
Yeah,
Because if it's Warriors Boston, you're rocking with Boston, right?
yeah. Just out of
Nah, you took too long on that.
Yeah.
You took too long
That was a
on that.
hesitation.
it's just because I like even both times that Clay got hurt, I was like trade for him right now. Like his value's never gonna be lower. Go get that guy. Like so I've always appreciated them
What are
from
you giving
afar.
up to get him?
And they're more battle tested. Like look at what they've done. Like like
That's why the
I
series against the Lakers is going to be really good.
like if you want me to go with
Yeah,
with
great.
my heart, like I'm gonna want to see Boston win. But if you want me to go with like what I've seen happen time over time, like.
Who's the guys in the league with the most playoff experience? Seth Curry and LeBron
That's,
James.
that's a Boston fan right there.
The
For
la-
you.
the-
See?
Go.
That's a Boston fan.
What do you mean,
They're all
though?
the same.
I don't, what do you mean?
Same.
He's like, I like them, but if they don't win, it is what it is.
No, but
Like,
he's not. You're not originally from up here, right?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
here,
from
but then
Pawtucket
you-
originally.
but then
Then
you
my family moved to
transplanted down.
Florida when I was in like 6th grade, and then I came back
came
here
back.
like right before the 07 season.
Yeah. So
See,
he has
if
an
the
excuse.
Nuggets don't win, I'll never watch basketball again. That's how big of a fan I am.
Don't
See?
do that to
No.
yourself.
Until the season starts. Until the season starts next year.
But you will be. You're a Nuggets ride or die. You're a Broncos ride or
Yeah,
die.
basketball's a little funny because I think you like players more than you like teams.
You're a Rockies guy too.
I am an Avalanche.
How'd you end up here?
It's
a long story?
Long story.
Feds chasing you.
Yeah, something similar.
Human trafficking, something like that. Thrown in a van in Denver, ended up in Rhode Island.
One of those
So,
long stories.
so Warriors are coming out of the West.
No,
That's what we're saying.
Nuggets are coming out the West.
Oh, we got it going on right here.
Do the Warriors even past the Lakers? It's hard because you go, man, I really love playoff LeBron, but he is older, and then on the same side of the coin, then
Be
you're
careful.
like playoff Clay.
You know, I always tell people, be careful when you start talking about Bron.
I feel like playoff AD is just as much of like a coin flip. Like, who are you going to get? Like,
Yeah,
he's like almost like the J.R. Smith that could mess he's their Marcus Smart almost. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
But you know what you're getting with Bron.
If you
Hands
take
down.
Bron and Seth off their teams, what team do you like better? Golden State.
Golden State. I can't. You know, I told you that. If I was betting, I bet Golden State. I
Yeah,
would,
but
but I want
No,
the
but
Lakers.
to his
Lakers
point, now
defense,
you're pretty
though.
much at like an AD led Lakers, which proved to be a formidable matchup down the stretch at the end of
If
the
he can stay
season.
healthy.
Versus what, Draymond and Clay and Andrew Wiggins, if you're counting that, but they didn't have him down
all
the
that-
stretch. So
But all that playoff experience they have and what they've been through, you're not going to
yeah,
shake them.
the Warriors bench is battle tested too. Like look at all the guys on the bench
I like
that
the pool
have,
cat.
that have experience.
He's,
Yeah, so-
if
Yeah,
he
Jordan
get-
Poole.
If he gets wet, he gets
He could
wet.
shoot. He could shoot. He could
Yeah,
shoot.
I'm wondering sometimes
DiVincenzo.
if they should take Clay out and let him start.
Yo, you know what's a crazy thing for all of these, like, and I'm one of them, like this, like you can't, MJ's the best no matter what. Like, there's a lot riding on this Lakers
Oh, yeah.
Warriors series for like all time stuff. You know what I mean? Like LeBron either pushes through and makes his way to get another ring, or how many rings are the Warriors gonna have now? 5?
Yeah.
They
It'll be
already have
I think
4?
it'll be 5. I think it'll be 5.
It was 3 before, 1 after KD, right?
Yep. So this will be 5 if they win this
So
year.
now they're knocking on the door. Like, who would have said that Steph
You're
would
gonna
be
have to-
this
you're
much
gonna have to-
closer
you're
to
gonna have to
catching
put
MJ
Steph
and
Curry-
LeBron? Like,
You might have to
gosh.
put Steph Curry in that argument now.
He's top 10.
I
Is he
think
the best player in the NBA right now? Is that
who else is dropping 50 in the playoffs?
Arguably.
Jimmy Butler?
Yeah.
Harden
I
got
love
45.
Jimmy Butler, though, too.
Okay, let's say you're in the playoffs. Who would you rather have on your team? And I know you're going to say this seems like an obvious answer. Curry? Butler?
I'd rather have Steph Curry.
I'll be complete. I think I'd rather have Butler. I know it sounds crazy.
I don't know. With the game on the line, the last thing I remember is Jimmy missing. With the game on the line,
Exactly.
I feel like it's
Steph
split
Curry.
hairs.
Steph
I
is
love.
not
I
clutch.
love.
Steph Curry will pull
He's
up from the
not clutch.
parking
I
lot.
love
Steph isn't
Jimmy.
clutch,
like,
though.
He will pull up from the parking lot.
Steph is not
You've seen
clutch,
it.
though.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Okay.
No, he's not.
I can't see him.
No, he's not.
Exactly.
Hold on.
What
let
is
me
going
back
on?
up. I'll back up. There you go.
What is going on?
Look up some.
You don't think Steph Curry?
Look up some numbers of Steph like clutch time.
Let me ask you this before we go any further. To me, clutch isn't just the last play.
That's all I'm talking about. Clutch time.
I'm saying that game 7, that whole game he was clutch in my eyes. It's
So
not-
I get the point that he's making though. Like you look up those numbers, like what, like last 5 seconds of
Exactly.
regulation and
Yeah.
overtime or whatever.
I'm not concerned with that.
And, like,
if he gives me 50,
that list is like surprisingly led by Melo, right?
Yeah,
like, Melo
it's-
has one of like the best
But
percentages.
that's what I'm
like
saying.
I think Bron's up there too, though.
At face value, you say it's got to be Curry, but man, I'm telling you, Jimmy Butler in the playoffs is very, very good and very important. And he's a dog.
he is the leader though. So
saying.
does he alienate more than he leads? That's my only thing. And you don't get to play GM as a player.
So
you know
do
what I mean? So
are your
like
feelings kind of like because you saw him in Philly, so maybe you're not like too.
No, that's not what that is. I'm saying Steph Curry, they all shine with him. Jimmy Butler, you're just talking about Jimmy. You're just talking about Jimmy.
to that point too, like
You understand what I'm
Jimmy
saying?
Butler's done it all over the league on his own, and
Yeah.
Steph has always been. He's kind of, you could make the argument that
Steph-
they're all system
this is what
guys
Steph will
because
do.
they've all played in
Like-
that system.
Like Steph will get his you know what off, but then you'll be like, but he had numbers, he caught wreck. Like Jimmy Butler, you're just like, it was Jimmy Butler. You're not gonna say Bam Adebayo.
Yeah,
You're not
but-
gonna say the hero cat.
Yeah, but what's
Okay,
up with this
so-
season though? Like now it is kind of just Steph.
No.
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
Who
you
else is
can't
putting up
say,
the giant
I'd rather,
numbers? Clay
I'd rather
isn't?
have Steph because
I'll
of
give
who
you that.
Steph
I'll give you
plays
that.
with. Because if Jimmy had the cast that Steph had, you know, I don't know. It's semantics. They're both awesome, but man, I'm telling you, watching these playoffs,
You're taking Jimmy
you-
Butler.
if you want
watching
another
Jimmy
argument-
Butler has been a treat. He is so good.
I'm not
You want another argument for that? Steph was guarding Kyrie when he sunk that shot for the Cavs.
Oh, what a
So,
moment
like,
that was.
You know what I mean? It was like, I mean, it's tough to guard Kyrie, but you also let him put that bucket in your face for the game. So
How was he gonna stop that? You couldn't stop that. There's nothing he could do.
I don't know. It's too
shanked
fun.
him?
Yeah, I don't know if they could have fouled him or something like that.
There's
But
nothing he could have did. Kyrie, that was, it was destined. It was destined. But
Who do you think comes out the West and the East?
I said Nuggets. I said
Nuggets,
just
okay.
squad. I said just squad, and I had Milwaukee, but they got knocked. But
Do they get knocked off if Giannis played the whole series?
I think they still lose that series.
I do too.
And we were just talking about that yesterday. I go, they still lose that series.
telling you, playoff
Because Miami
Jimmy
just gets
Butler.
they come out of nowhere.
I tried to say Miami was good on like when we first started talking. Maybe on like my second time in, and everybody was like, "No, Miami's not built like that." So I don't know what I said, but I think it's
Go back and
Miami,
look at the tape.
Miami and
we can
Golden
run the
State.
tape
That's
easy.
my.
Um,
I'm taking Miami and Golden State. If
Really?
you made me pick, like I'm to his point, the only
so
person
we're
that I'm
already
not.
we're already just wiping the floor with the Knicks. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, pretty much. Wow. You got Brunson, 2-ball dominant.
Well, yo, I don't know.
Knicks get no respect.
What's wrong with Jimmy's
don't.
ankle, though?
No.
We're definitely making that call before we even know if he's back
Exactly.
to
We
full
don't-
health.
we
He's
don't know what's
missing.
going
He's
on.
missing
Yeah.
the first game. So
And Miami will definitely feel it if Jimmy Butler does not play, if he can't play.
But you
For
watch
sure.
the Knicks, it's like they got two people who just Brunson and not RJ Barrett, Brunson and
Randall.
so ball dominant. They make it work somehow, but so ball dominant, both of them. You're watching them going like pass the rock at some point. You know,
Well, it works, though. They win games.
we'll see.
20 to
We'll see.
19. End of the first quarter. Coming to the end of the first quarter. 2019 Knicks.
if they pull it off without Jimmy,
And if I was a betting man, I would have taken Miami tonight.
What do you mean if you was a betting man? You are a betting man.
I took Miami tonight.
Yo, we're getting carried away. We're going to take a quick slide to the glide. We're going to come back and talk about this draft that went down Thursday. I thought it went till Sunday, but he educated me and said
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
it goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're going to come back on the opposite
They're still
side.
picking.
they used
Come
to
back.
do that in the Stone Age.
Come back, please, baby.
And welcome back. We're going to jump from the NBA over to the No Fun League, the NFL.
Don't do that. Don't do
No
that.
fun when you're betting on it is what I meant.
Okay.
So we recently had the NFL draft, and we're just kind of looking over some stuff that I think was interesting.
Who's your, oh, yeah, your Denver guy. Did you have a
Denver
pick?
Broncos. So I'm looking at the list of who picked what. Every team picked about 82 people. Denver picked 4 people.
Why?
They traded all their
the
picks
draft
away.
facts.
Oh, they probably to get
Traded-
Russell Wilson
and Sean Payton.
and to get Peyton.
Yep.
You think that's gonna pay off?
Yeah, I do.
When?
I think that we're just in such a tough division. It's rough.
Are you beating Kansas City?
Maybe somebody else does it for us at some point in the
You can't-
playoffs.
That's not.
It's the only answer I have. I'll be completely real with you.
Check this out. I saw this earlier today.
They're my other new jam.
From last year with the Broncos. The Broncos out of that trade got Russell Wilson and 2022 fourth round pick. Seahawks got Drew
Go
Lock,
ahead.
Noah
Say his
Fant,
name.
Shelby Harris, and they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draft picks.
Yeah, Seahawks were 5th this year
Yeah, they won that. They won that bet. Pete Carroll's a G.
and 20th. Yeah, they had 2 picks in the top 20. Top 32.
Nothing meaningful.
The
What's-
Seahawks took one of the best receivers off the board in the
Yeah.
first round.
So what stuck out to you at the? I'm looking at it right now. What stuck out to you?
Best thing about this draft, honestly, 3 black quarterbacks go first.
You think so?
That's never happened.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's never happened.
So out of those 3, let's keep it a buck.
And Anthony
Who's
Richardson.
not the guy? Who's not the guy?
Bryce
One
Young.
of them's not going to be the guy.
Bryce Young too small.
You think so?
Bryce Young too small.
But I don't think because of that. I think because Carolina.
Carolina's better though now. They were playing really good football at the end of last year.
Okay, so
I think they're not gonna. They're gonna
so what
ruin
you're
that
saying,
kid.
so what you're saying is that C.J. Stroud at the Texans has a more productive year than Bryce Young at the Panthers because of their respective clubs.
I think the Texans can go nowhere but where.
I'd rather take
Down.
Anthony
No,
Richardson.
they can't go no. You think they can go worse than that?
I think that they keep finding ways to go further down.
No way.
Yeah, probably.
No,
I don't
they
know.
can't.
They're
Hey,
also
Nico-
the Texans
won
are
one
led
game-
by
they won
former
one game.
Patriots personnel, pro personnel. Like
Yeah.
there's nobody ever proves to be worth anything of the
They won
Belichick
one
tree.
game.
Like
You're saying they can do worse than that? So
Yeah,
don't
they'll
win
probably
a
win
game.
zeros, yeah.
No.
No, you know
can't,
what?
I
But
can't.
so
New
CJ,
coach.
CJ Stroud
I like
backs
the
up.
coach.
Yeah.
D'Amico was who's
D'Amico Ryan.
D'Amico Ryan. I like him.
What's the kid's name in the Texans? Mills? Is that who's the starter?
Davis Mills.
Davis
Yes,
Mills,
Davis,
yeah.
Davis Mills. Yeah.
So CJ Stroud he starts, I assume. Right?
And the Texans did they trade their wide receiver away? Did they trade Cooks? Is he
Yeah,
on the,
he's
is
in
he on the
Dallas.
Cowboys now? So
Dallas.
what are they? You know, and their other
this
pick
what
was
we'll
on
do.
defense.
This is
so
what we'll do. I'll bet you that the Texans finish with a better record than the Panthers. No. You don't think so?
I can't go with
Did
that.
I hear bet?
You don't, you don't think so?
No.
I think the
Texans are
Panthers
set
have
up for a good future now.
I like the Colts
not yet.
better. I like
Anthony
Anthony
Richardson.
Richardson's
I like him a lot.
situation better. Like
Who's he? The Florida quarterback?
Yeah. He's good. He's big too.
You think he's nicer than the other two guys?
they run the ball. They have a running back.
Like
It's
Fred
like-
Taylor, they got good
He's not
receivers.
he's not battle tested at Florida though.
I
No,
don't
that's
know.
a true. That's
Ohio
good.
State and Alabama,
Alabama.
you're battle tested.
Yeah, but what happens when you go from having all of the best running backs and receivers and tight ends to throw the ball
you
to
go.
having the bottom of the barrel
There
in the
you go.
NFL to throw to? Like,
Ask Matt Jones.
nice.
And what about my boy falling all the way to? He's still falling.
Who, Kentucky-
Will Levis.
Kentucky?
Yeah. He's still falling
What? There's
somewhere out there.
There's something going on then
Yeah.
that
there-
they're not telling.
So I read potentially pinky toe that potentially sits him for a whole year.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so teams are hesitant. They pick him up. He sits.
That's
whole-
not a reason not to pick the guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
A pinky toe?
I feel like
I
any
don't believe
team
that.
drafting.
he'll sit a whole season. It's
He was,
Yeah,
the second,
like-
he was the second pick in the next round. I mean, it's not.
What were you saying, Ryan?
I think anybody drafting a first round quarterback, like you should be willing to give them a redshirt season.
Boom.
Like look
Easy.
at
yeah.
Let them
like
get
look at-
acclimated.
yeah, like invest in them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Don't do the whole who's the guy David Carr's brother. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
took more hits,
Derek.
more
Derek
concussions,
Carr.
more anything. He's
Texas.
His career ended because of that. His career potentially ended because
That's what I'm saying. So if
Look
you're
at
gonna
RG3.
spend that draft capital, take care of it. And to his point, RG3, that's a terrible. They just threw him back out there after injury. He ruined his career too from bad
RG3,
decisions.
that's
Like,
true.
And that was the thing with Carr. They never got him the lineman. They never protected him. Year after year, that was the same problem. He led the league in sacks.
so I mean, yeah. You said you're not betting on the Panthers. We're kind of not betting on the Texans, and at least like Jim Irsay has always tried to field a team that takes place. Like he's got a little bit of Jerry Jones in him a little
I'll give
bit,
you
but
that. I'll give you that.
he's always willing to spend money. He's always trying to get free agents in
So
the
you
door.
want to make
Like,
this a three-way thing then? Colts, Texans, and Panthers. Who finishes the best?
Are they all in the same division too?
No.
Wait, who we got?
No,
We
the
said-
I think
Texans are in
Colts
the
and
AFC.
Panthers. I think
Yeah,
the Colts and
Panthers
Texans are. Colts and Texans are. I think.
Yeah,
Colts-
Panthers are NFC.
the Colts got some pieces.
Panthers are in the division where that division's open now. Now that I think about it, because Brady's going from Tampa.
Yeah.
Atlanta's up in the air,
Atlanta just drafted that kid
and
out
New
of
Orleans. New Orleans is
Texas.
that division's open.
Bijan?
It's
Yeah.
open season.
Some people have New Orleans winning that division.
Who's the quarterback? Carr?
Yeah.
No, Derek Carr.
No, he
Yeah,
went-
yeah.
Is it? Oh, I didn't even know he went there. I like that. I
They
like that
went
for
and
him.
grabbed him.
I like that for him. Derek Carr's good.
They still got the Kamara cat, right?
Yep.
Kamara, they got Michael Thomas,
Thomas.
hopefully
They got the
finally
Thomas
coming
guy.
back. They got that Olave kid.
Olave, Chris Olave, yeah.
He's fast, Olave. He's fast. And their defense, it's funny. I'm not going to sit here and say I've watched a ton of. Again, it's the same thing I was saying with the NBA. There's just teams that, like, you don't necessarily always get to watch. I don't get to watch the Saints all the time. But I will say, they seem like a team that is always in it. Like, they're always there.
Well, anyway, back to the draft. I like what we did. If you guys don't know, I'm a Philly guy.
Yeah, where's your Georgia Bulldogs jersey?
Yeah, we're gonna
bring
get
it out.
you the
I'm bringing it
crossover
out.
jersey.
You know
I'm
you
bring
can
it
pick
out.
somebody else besides Georgia, right?
Why would you want?
I saw
Why
that
would you
meme.
want it? Yeah, why wouldn't you want that?
Especially that
Their
kid.
defense was ridiculous.
Like you got the true
in college, it
first overall pick.
Jalen
All right,
Carter.
see, this is what's gonna happen. Would you just? He's in college. He was?
In college, it was the dominant defense.
Don't do that.
I'm not
Don't
saying.
do that. Don't do that.
How you think all these guys are going to work out? They're all going to be dominant because they were dominant in Georgia? That's not the way it works when you go to the NFL.
I'm not disputing that, but you're hoping that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
'Cause if
Oh, hell yeah.
Excuse me.
You almost
if
made
it
me
were-
swear.
If it
I don't want to see it.
If it remotely happens, we got a problem. You got a problem on your hands.
I feel in any other league, if you said, "Oh, these guys have been playing together since high school," you'd be like, "Oh man,
They're gonna be
know,
a squad."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why the international basketball teams are so good because they've played together for that long.
That's why
So
Cincinnati's
if
so
you can capture. All
The
those guys
Bengals.
got that little telekinesis thing going on where they're talking to each other from just looking at each other, and you can capture that.
That's what
I'm gonna hate it because fuck Philly.
Yeah.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel.
That's right. I hate them.
Here's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna tell you what I told you the other day. I'm happy with everything they're doing. It's kind of making me nervous. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like when they signed the Hurts cat, they picked these two guys, and everything. Everybody's praising them and everything.
Your GM made a deal with the devil.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
how
waiting,
he's Rosenberg.
I'm waiting for that to drop. Something's gonna happen. Like Hurts will get injured week 1.
Gotta
or
have a
something.
strong bench. Who's the backup?
That's what I'm saying.
Who's the backup?
Something crazy's gonna happen.
Now you get DeAndre
because-
Swift.
Yeah.
They really have
I
a
like
squad.
that.
I forgot about
I like
that
that.
squad. They
Like,
do.
if you ask me, and I'm not just saying it because I impossibly am saying it because of my squad, we're locked and loaded again.
Yeah, and your division.
And
is
I thought it was
very
going to be the
winnable.
total opposite.
Very
The
winnable
stats
division.
to make your way back to the Super Bowl
Yeah.
after losing are like so
Yeah.
against you too.
So
like
that's
normally
what I'm
you're
saying. So
you get robbed in free agency of everything good that you
I
had,
don't-
and
I
Yeah, but I
love
think
it, but I don't
go-
like.
I think that stat is more for teams who win the Super Bowl than go to it. I could be wrong.
I think you are right.
I don't know. I
think
thought it
it's-
was a losing
You
team.
think I said
like
something about
Cincinnati
reading
and stuff
stats?
like that?
No, I'm saying because Patriots used to go back to back and still
Yeah,
win.
they're the anomaly, though.
yeah, but you had Tom Brady. That's all you need.
Okay, you heard him. TV.
That's all you need.
who
That will
else?
never happen. That will never happen again. Who's going to take less than their market value to help build a team like that? Like everybody's going to take their paper and leave very little
Who else
money to
took
spend on the
somebody?
bench. and-
People are not built like that anymore. They are not trying to.
Nothing really sticks out.
know.
How you feel? Okay, how you feel about Cowboys? Who
I
they
was-
take?
Oh yeah, lay it
They took
on
a
us.
G team.
I was actually fine.
What picks did they have? They
They,
had
they pick at the end of the draft.
it was just one pick. That's all they
Mazzie
had?
Smith, they took the defensive lineman.
From
they-
where? Michigan?
Yeah, he's a beast.
Is he nice?
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a whole stuffer. They had problems on run defense. That was their biggest problem on defense last year. So they addressed it with him. They got Hankins coming back, another big man inside. They drafted another guy who could fill a hole. So they addressed their biggest defensive problem.
What about QB? They draft any QBs?
No,
No.
they're tied in now for a while with Dak.
That.
Because
And
they,
Coo- and
Did they
Cooper-
give him?
and-
Did they give him
and
his bread
Cooper
finally?
Rush.
they gave him his bread before. Now they had to. Now they readjusted his contract. But if they're going to make the money work, they're going to have to give him more years.
Who
Yeah.
did Patties take? Who they take?
Kicker, a punter. They
Yeah,
give us-
that's-
it's
they-
pretty
who
exciting.
Who they take?
Pretty exciting stuff.
They took
See,
a sixth
cornerback-
round wide receiver. You know, they're really trying to fill some
Cornerback from
holes there.
Oregon.
Special teams needed a little work, so they.
They
I
had
like the
one
I
pick.
like the kid that they took in the first round.
He's a
But
cornerback, right?
yeah, honestly, like I
Gonzalez. See
The-
Gonzalez.
the-
I don't know who that is.
the move that the Eagles made is like the old school Patriots move.
What do you mean?
Like trading up to take this guy that fell in the draft. Like that guy fell in the draft because like
The car accident thing.
yeah, like you know what I mean? Like that he really should have he really was like upper tier echelon talent.
First five. First
You know,
five
so
picks
to
off
like
the
not
board.
jump up, like that was the best move in the draft. You know, like I just feel like that was like an old school move of years
That's what I'm
past.
saying. Why would all these teams not take this guy?
But
A lot
Well, there
of
wasn't
teams
a
get-
ton. Three of the top teams that took quarterbacks. So now it
Yeah.
wasn't like the ton of teams. 5 teams maybe passed over them.
No, that Philly had 9.
Yeah, 9. So you take 3 teams taking quarterbacks. That leaves.
but
It
they
was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there was
I mean,
7
honestly,
teams passed on the guy
if the
because Texas
Colts-
had two picks.
Yeah.
Right.
If the Colts
And
hadn't
even-
taken Richardson, he probably would have been available.
That's true. Like the way that the quarterbacks fell affected the top end of the draft.
Colts had
I think one of these quarterbacks is not going to work out.
Colts had 13. Colts
You
could
gotta
have
know
waited
this.
till 13 to take Anthony Richardson. There's nobody above them that's taking Anthony Richardson.
They had the
That
4th
was that
pick,
guy.
right?
Oh, that's round 2.
Round 2, sorry.
Yeah, they had the 4th pick.
Yeah.
Colts
yeah,
had the 4th pick.
they had the 4th pick.
So if you got the 4th
Oh,
pick,
okay,
that's
yeah,
the guy
yeah,
you
yeah,
wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, back to the Patriots, like they continue to be like a mystery. Like you don't have any tight ends signed past, I think, the 24 season. They take no tight ends in the draft. Like they take offensive linemen. I like the defenders that they took. The few guys that I did read about, but
that second
Just
rounder,
no- just-
Keon, was it Keon Smith?
yeah, that dude.
He looks scary.
Yeah.
Do you think
He
that
looks like he's 40 and he's
Belichick's
scary.
ways are old now? Do you think his system doesn't
I
work
don't know,
anymore?
man. I think a lot of the Belichick system should be attributed to having Brady. Like
And cheating.
Gee.
I mean, every season there's like some
I
sort of
can't,
weird
I can't,
thing.
I can't. Those first couple Super Bowls.
dude, the Patriots have been a bunch of bums ever since Brady left, man. Like we went to
I'm not
Buffalo,
disputing that. On
we
the
got
back end.
blown out in the play. Didn't we lose like 44-0 in the playoffs, and then we didn't make the playoffs, and now it's like
Brady allowed
he made up for so much. That's
Brady
what he was gonna
allowed
say,
Belichick
right? Like, yeah.
to play this game, to do the salary cap the way he wanted, to pick the plays he wanted to. He allowed that to happen. Now he's not there, and you're seeing what's happening.
I'm
And the
saying
world is
on
happy.
the back end, in the beginning, they were winning Super Bowls with defense.
Yeah,
Can we agree on that?
Yep.
Defense and whoever the kicker was. Come on.
Yeah,
And
but
little
the
slot- the little
defense
slot
and
passes.
exactly.
Oh.
The slot passes, the running back draws, like
And I'll give you the second half. Brady started coming into his. So I can't.
But it was all short passes. He was throwing like 200 yards a game his first couple of years. It
That's what
wasn't.
I'm saying. I think the people are giving Brady too much credit. I'll give you that second half.
I couldn't understand it at the beginning because I'm like, all they're doing is hitting short slants. Get up on the receivers. I
any
didn't
of those
understand
Super Bowls
that.
in the beginning, they could have lost too.
Yeah.
they also had the
Any-
Super
any-
Bowls that they could have won.
Any of their
There's so many. All
any
those,
of their Super Bowls could have
Yeah.
went either way.
Have they ever blown anybody out
a
in the
lot
Super
of their
Bowl?
AFC Championship games are crazy
Patriots
too. If you go
have
back and
never-
look at them.
No,
Never.
but boy, that season with Randy Moss were they blowing people out. There was a 37-point spread against the Chiefs. I remember it very
Yeah.
well, and they covered it.
I was at the
And
game.
I had the Chiefs.
That's
I
crazy.
was at the game with the Cowboys in that season. We hung on them for 3 quarters.
Against
and in the fourth
Romo,
quarter,
yeah.
they
That was
just
a good
blew us
game.
out.
Can we get back to the draft real quick? I'm just
Yeah,
the draft to me.
We're getting carried away. But
The draft to me is funny because I really do want to get excited about it. But I'm just looking right here. If you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, how excited can you be? The number 5 pick, the Seattle Seahawks select from the Illinois Fighting Illini defensive back Devin Witherspoon.
That's like the.
It's
Oh yeah, all right.
That's the first round. Pick
Yes, it
5.
is.
I mean, it's like no disrespect to Devin Witherspoon. I'm sure he's a tremendous person and a great player, but like, how excited are you as a Seattle Seahawks fan walking in going, bro? Did you hear we got Devin Witherspoon? Like, what the?
Well,
You have to
last
really
year,
watch
Seattle
college
wasn't that
football.
bad
You
last
do.
year.
You have
Was
to be a
Seattle
big
bad
col-
last year?
Seattle.
They were like a Cinderella
They
story.
came
They
on.
made the playoffs.
They came on with Gino. They did pretty
You
good.
don't trust Pete Carroll?
I do. He really.
He drafted that. If I'm not mistaken, he concocted that Legion of Boom. I
I
could
don't,
be
I, don't,
wrong.
I don't know if he's the draft guy or not. I don't know if he runs the whole team, but
No, but you still got to go to
I'll
the
mess-
head coach.
I don't got anything against Carroll, but he's also got that thing on his belt of like just run the ball in the end zone with Marshawn Lynch. Like you should be a back-to-back Super Bowl champion, and Brady should have one less Super Bowl.
I think the
And if
coordinator has something to do with that.
That's Brady's first Super Bowl, like after the knee injury and losing to the Giants twice. Like if Brady doesn't win that Super Bowl against the Seahawks, do the Patriots continue to invest in him? Do they move on early? Like that was big time thing. Like that could be like what ifs if you just run the ball in the end zone with Marshawn. Like so.
So you're saying you don't trust Pete Carroll
If I-
in the draft?
No, I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does in the draft. I'm just saying everybody's gonna fault him for that one thing, you know. And other than that, you won a Super Bowl.
Well, what is the coach
Like-
doing? He's just taking the advice of his scouting department. So You know
You
what I mean?
think so?
Yeah, there's so many players. You got to have a good scouting department.
Most of the
think
time,
that-
the coach is not making the
You-
pick. It's
I'm
like
not
it's
saying
like
that,
a
but
giving you the
he's
information.
still a major component.
No, he's making the
Not
final
all the time.
decision probably.
I can't rock with y'all on that.
I'm just telling you how it is.
Do you
I
feel like
can't.
do you feel like an NFL coach is not only watching the NFL, doing all the things with his players, but also paying attention and watching college football?
Of course.
No,
You think so?
I don't know, dude. That's a lot.
no, I can't.
You don't think so?
To quote Alex Cooper, I can't ride with you like that.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't. I think.
I
he's
think
part
they're
of
These
what?
that.
guys,
Casual.
You're misinterpreting these NFL people.
They're
Casual.
watching
They're
the clips
mental.
that their people
Yeah,
are
sure.
They
sending
are
them.
mental. They live like they lose their families over this
They
stuff.
have guys that go to every game.
No,
and
I'm
watch
not
these guys
disputing
and
that.
grade these guys.
Okay, but I guarantee you, when it's just like any kind of army will say, you send out reconnaissance.
Yep.
They still have to come back and talk to him. I guarantee you, he looks over because at the end of the day, they're not the ones that's gonna get fired. The coach is. You have to look over that. I disagree
But how do you
with
think?
that.
How do you
We got Devin Witherspoon from the Fighting Illinois. Oh, I know exactly who that is. He's
No,
great.
I'm not
I watch
saying
him every
that.
Saturday.
I agree with you. They do send the guys out, but I guarantee you, when they come back and say we're thinking about taking this guy, one of the last voices is the head coach.
It
It
is,
just
but
depends on how
they're told.
it's constructed.
How did Tony Romo get taken by the Cowboys as undrafted free agent? Because Bill Parcells made that decision? No, Sean Payton had a friend who worked for Illinois who said, look at Romo. They looked at Romo. Sean Payton told Parcells, you should take Romo.
But
That's
I
how
guarantee,
Romo got
no,
got
but I
signed on the
guarantee you,
Cowboys.
if Parcells said I don't want the guy, Romo's
I'm
not on the
saying
team.
that, but they're going
Romo's not on the
They're
team.
going to take the advice from all the people they're paying that they trust to come up and
And the coach is one of those.
Dude, it just all depends
It's a
on
coach's
how the
final
ownership
decision.
constructed the franchise. Like sometimes,
Some teams let
sometimes
the coach do the whole thing.
Some of them, other ones, only the GM gets to make the decision. Other ones, it's a blend of both. That's all I'm trying to say.
Wasn't Bill Belichick? Wasn't he GM and coach?
Belichick ran the whole
Yeah.
show. I guarantee
Not
you,
for-
Belichick does it.
Just
I
as
bet you
last
Andy
season,
Reid
right?
might do it. I bet you Andy Reid, he knows the college guy coming up. I'm telling you, the top guys, that's the formula.
well, then they might want to take Belichick off doing that because
Yeah.
he's
Well,
not good at
exactly.
drafting.
Yeah.
No?
There are some
No.
teams that I just feel like never really draft.
I'm saying
right.
up until recently he isn't.
No, he hasn't been able to draft a wide receiver for 10 years.
He didn't need it.
They needed
We're
a
gonna
wide
we're gonna
receiver
get
since-
off the draft
Yeah.
tangent.
Yeah,
But
go
who's
ahead.
the last great Patriots draft pick?
Seymour? I don't know.
No, like I'm asking, who sticks out in your mind? Like they stole Gronk in the second round, if you ask me, but that was so long ago now. Like who after post this?
Your argument is time, right? But here's what I'll say. If Belichick retires tomorrow, right? Part of his legacy, he picked the GOAT.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He did that. He did that single-handedly.
And how much of that was luck?
No, don't do that. This guy, what are you talking
Yo,
about?
I've read a thing where they said they
I
only
guarantee
it was
you,
between
Belichick-
Brady and somebody else, and they took Brady because he was taller.
No.
That's it.
That's
No,
what it
it,
comes down to. They didn't
That's
know
it.
Tom Brady was going to be Tom
They didn't
Brady.
know that shit. Tom Brady made that out of nothing.
But
Like
I'm
they didn't
saying
make him
that-
out of
okay,
nothing.
so-
They just gave him the way.
I'm not saying that they knew he was going to do all of this, but I'm saying Belichick saw this dude from Michigan and studied him.
I don't know if he studied.
You're
him.
out of your mind if you don't think that's what goes on. That's what they get paid to do.
No,
I think
they get
they
reports.
just put them in a
Maybe-
pool. They rank them and they say, okay, these guys are here.
Maybe
This is what we
first
think their
round.
value
Nah,
is. Like
I can't rock
maybe
with you.
first
first
round.
round.
Yeah.
No way. If you're telling me, like I said, it's at the end of the day, those dudes are not the ones getting fired. The coach
I understand
is.
that.
So
And
I'm
those-
going to have a say.
and
There's
they're
just
the
only
ones
so
that-
much time in the day, man.
No
Yeah,
way,
they're
no
the
way,
ones that
no way.
bring
I'm
their-
done.
all right.
I'm off it. You guys are bugging.
Yeah, all three of us.
So no, he is. You don't. Do you agree with that? You agree with that? You agree that the coach
don't
has
have
no
to-
say?
Don't let him intimidate you.
No.
No, I'm not here. No, he's a grown man. Tell him, L. Tell him, LL Cool K.
I think that the coach obviously has a say. I don't think it's a huge role. I think that he, if you're a good leader, then you're picking people to do tasks like that.
Yep.
Because you already have 56 men on your team to worry about. Not, hey, Devin Witherspoon. I'm so sorry, I keep doing this. Not Devin Witherspoon from Illinois. Safe answer? He does a little. He doesn't do a little. I don't know.
Isn't there like a Parcells line back in the day when he was all fight? Like that's why he left the
Exactly.
Patriots. But he said if you
No,
want,
that's why he left the Patriots
if you
or
want,
Dallas.
if you want me
No,
to cook the
Dallas.
dinner,
Patriots, not
you should
Dallas.
at least let me shop
Shop
for the
for the
groceries,
groceries,
right?
yeah.
So to make the point that I'm trying to make, not every team is constructed the same. So obviously
I'm not
before
disputing-
Belichick, there was some type of intermingling going on the decision making. It wasn't just all the coach or all the GM. Like, you know
No,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
not-
Like,
I'm not-
I don't think
and other
I don't
teams are
think
built
any
like that.
coach
Like,
is putting in the scouting time that he thinks these guys are doing.
No, I'm saying if you come to the coach, he has the power to veto what all these guys
Exactly.
say.
sometimes he
Exactly,
does,
yeah.
sometimes he does.
That's all
Maybe
I'm saying.
Sometimes it's the GM.
You guys are saying that he has. To me, it
No.
sounds like you guys are saying
Okay,
the
the president-
head coach has nothing to do with
The
that.
president
No,
of the
we're not
United
saying
States
that.
can
None of
veto
us
a
are saying
law,
that.
but
Not-
he's not making laws
Exactly.
in
That's my
Providence.
whole point. My point I'm trying to make is at the end of the day, he has enough power to be like, you guys are suggesting the Devin Witherspoon. I don't want him.
Yeah, of course.
I would hope
Thank you.
so.
That's
Of
what
course.
I'm saying. He still has the power.
We're not-
course.
We never said that.
What if,
No,
what if you
stop.
have an
What
owner?
is it?
What if you
Okay.
have an owner like Jerry Jones
There
or
you
Jim
go.
Irsay or something that's like, "Fuck you, I'm taking this
I was
guy."
just gonna say,
I'm not disputing that. I'm not
Yeah,
disputing
but you
that.
are by-
No, I'm still saying, okay, I'm saying it probably did happen that way and those coaches left.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Because the coaches were used to saying, if you're not going to let me have a little say, I don't want to be here.
Or what if you have a situation where like you bring in a young coach, say you fire a coach, you have an interim, and
Boom.
now he was the coordinator, but now he becomes the head coach. You're probably still relying more upon your GM to make those decisions as you still continue to groom your young coach for life in the NFL. You're not just
I'm not
giving
saying-
the keys to the Ferrari to who were we just talking about, Hackett? Like
Yeah.
he spent a short time with the Broncos,
Yeah.
right? Like you think they just let him make all of the draft decisions?
Exactly.
I doubt
That's
it.
not
I
the
think it
point
was
I'm
like
trying to
it
make.
was a brain trust.
In a
The
good
point-
organization, it's a collaborative effort.
Exactly. So you
We're
guys
all
are saying
saying the
coach-
same damn thing.
No, you
Yeah,
were
move on to-
We're saying something different.
Anyway.
He was talking about Little Joe Belichick.
We
with
could
a-
have been
Anyway.
educating
notebook.
Alex about the 19 Georgia
Anyway.
Bulldogs that he needs to learn the names of.
I know Nolan Smith and the Carter Cat. Thank you.
And we
Thank
have a
you.
live update. Miami Heat are beating the Knicks 40-37
Ooh, we know you knew that.
on the backs of the ghost of Jimmy Butler.
But anyway.
Who is the high scorer for the Heat?
Bam.
Bam?
No, he's only
Bam
got 5
Adebayo?
right now. He can't be.
Oh, yeah,
that.
5
I guess,
points, that's
what?
it.
5 out of 40 and he's top? Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, I don't want to argue. My word against you guys is where it was three. It was 3 against 1. I got killed. But anyway, what else you got about the draft, man? That's it.
I think that, I feel like it's fun for the first couple picks, and then honestly, I love sports. I love everything about it. I love looking about it, reading. I love action on it.
All right, we'll end it
And
on
I
this.
just can't get with the draft for too much longer.
We'll end it on this, and who do you think had the best draft? Just throw a team out there.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's all agree. The
Eagles.
Philadelphia.
And
Let's
you know
give 'em a win.
what? Low key, I'm just gonna call it now. I'm a newly acquired Lamar
but-
Jackson owner in fantasy.
Oh, we didn't talk
so I was
about
following
that.
the Ravens and what they were doing because I'm trying to see if my boy's gonna make me some bread, and I like what they did a lot too.
All right,
so
we'll jump on that
they
real
get
quick.
Flowers?
How
They
you
got
guys
Flowers?
feeling
Yeah.
about the contract?
I love it. He got what he wanted. They got what they wanted, and we can move on.
Really?
That was where it should have been all along.
I felt like that's what it was, and he
No, he got extra money because your boy hurts. He got some extra dough.
really. How much more? The guarantee?
Ten-
Oh,
ten
was the guarantee
It's the
part.
guarantee we're talking about.
And probably like what, 10 million more? Because they had to set the bar at 10 million over what?
So now
and then he
he's-
didn't pay agent
so now-
fees either because he
So
negotiated
now he's the
himself.
Yeah.
highest paid player.
Ever.
Quarterback.
So Hurts was
Which
the
is
highest.
kinda trash.
The highest paid for like 4
a week.
days.
Pretty good for a running
Yeah.
back.
Because I'm telling you right now, if you said to me, hey, you're a Broncos fan, you could take any quarterback in the league, I wouldn't arrive at Lamar for
No,
good 5 or 6.
but you would do with Russell Wilson.
No, I wouldn't arrive at him for a good 15. He is so washed.
Is he?
He's washed.
Would you take him or Lamar Jackson if you had to pick out of
Lamar.
those two?
Lamar.
Okay.
Prime Lamar or Prime Russell?
Ooh, I don't know. Prime Russell though.
Prime Russell was good.
He was
make a lot
good.
happen outside the pocket.
He was good.
But this first year in Denver, it might have been an anomaly. We had some people hurt, and it's only up from here.
Dude, I hate. You know what Russell Wilson's problem is?
He's corny.
He's
I know what
corny,
I think it is.
And the
But go
other,
ahead.
I feel like the thing, like the Bible thumper, alienates the locker room.
Is he that guy?
He is.
Yeah.
And it's
Is
like you're
he?
in there with a bunch of if these guys weren't in the NFL, they'd be axe murderers. Like these guys
You
are
think so?
psychopaths. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And this guy's in here trying to get you to go to youth group and praise this. And it's like, it's like, guy, like
I can't rock with you on that,
Yeah.
but
He's
like,
corny.
yeah, like I
I
just think.
can't rock with you on that.
And that's why the
There's too many
Legion.
people.
That's why the Legion didn't like him. And eventually, he split the locker room. All those other defenders, they didn't want to play with him anymore. And Seattle chose him. And then ultimately they traded him away.
Because how can someone that corny get his wife like that?
Man, she's
You know what I
corny
mean?
too.
So that gives me hope.
She's corny.
Yeah,
I think she's corny because of him. I think she got away from him. She can be a little freak.
Well, isn't that's like another thing you don't, if you really want to talk trash, like isn't Russell Wilson raising Future's son?
yeah.
Like he's Future's son's stepdad.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
that's wild. That's a wild Thanksgiving.
Is it?
I don't know, dude. Like
You guys show up to Thanksgiving with the mask off?
you,
That was going for me.
I don't know. He's gonna be the next one on that Rico stuff. Aren't they coming for him
They're coming.
next?
They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him. But wow, Russell, I'm sorry. I had nothing to do with
You
this.
know what I want to talk about too is the Chiefs pulling the ultimate decoy. Like they were linked to like all these receivers, right? All the talk was they were either going to trade for DeAndre Hopkins or they were going to make a move. And what they did, they ended up taking this receiver that Patrick Mahomes had training sessions with like over the summertime or something. He already developed the chemistry with him, and it's like they had him do their scouting report for him. Like. That's an insane move that he was just like, nah, like we'll get this guy later on down the line instead of wasting.
So you're saying Chiefs are set up
wasting
again?
assets.
They're
Yeah,
set
they
up again.
continue to be set up, and I think all their other picks are like defenders too.
Yeah, I saw the first. They got a DN. I can't pronounce it.
Does anything in the I don't know draft is
Sometimes it's not good to let your quarterback do that. Aikman did it one year with this kid Bjornsson, tight end, after Novacek left, and Bjornsson was trash, and he forced Dallas to take it.
But anyway, we're getting carried away. Kev, thanks for coming down, man.
I had a
appreciate you.
blast.
And Ryan, you know the deal.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man. P.
maybe next Tuesday. Stop taking days off every now and then. All right, Friars.
I'm old, man. You know what I mean? I gotta rejuvenate. I gotta go into the TO hyperbaric chamber sometimes. You know what I mean?
You're a cooler full of bang over here, baby.
You're right. But here's the thing: if I start drinking those, I'll be like a ping pong
Hey,
ball.
can I say, speaking of hyperbolic chamber, I know. Have you ever done one of those?
No.
There
I
is a
was
place.
kidding.
There is a place in Warwick called Float RI. I'm gonna give them free advertising right now. Hopefully you remember me when I come in there. They have sensory deprivation chambers.
How much is it?
It's like $50 to go in this. It's huge. It's like those sides of this whole thing. You close the lid over you. It's pitch black.
Yeah.
It's water that's exactly body temperature, which with enough salt that you float. And there's nothing for your senses. And you lucid dream and you just keep. It's awesome.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Alrighty then.
So next Tuesday, if you're not here, you should be there.
We're going on a field trip.
Take it on the road.
I'm gonna take the show.
You're gonna come out of that
We're gonna
chamber
take
and
the
be
show
like,
to-
"You're right. Bill Belichick gave the Eagles that Super Bowl by putting Malcolm Butler on the bench."
Please take us out, man. Please.
If you made it this far, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that stuff. Peace.
Kings.